Reactions from congressmen who attended the skiff the other day with the David Grush material. Those reactions are continuing to pour in. We have that and a lot more to talk about today. So get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I'll talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, let's just get right to it. Eric Burleson says, enough is enough. The American people deserve to know about UAPs, whatever the truth is. The jig is up. Stop the secrecy and cover-ups. So there you go from somebody who attended the skiff and learned what there was to know on that fateful day. Whether this is an interdimensional phenomenon or, whatever is going on. He is not daunted. He does not run screaming from the phenomenon despite whatever he learned. There is no justification for the secrecy. People that know the truth, or at least some measure of the truth, are saying this stuff needs to come out, and I love it. And we have a lot more. There is an article here from the Daily Mail. 2 Republican congressmen claim UFOs could be angels sent by God. As they say, sightings are consistent with scriptures from the Bible. A second Republican congressman has publicly floated the idea that UFOs may be angels. And again, we're talking about Burleson. They may not fit exactly the biblical narrative, but whenever I use the term angels, as he told the UFO podcast Tuesday, to me it's synonymous with an extra-dimensional being. He added in a lot of different scriptures, including the Bible and others, that's really the way that you describe messengers of God or angels. So again, he seems to be confirming that they did talk about the interdimensional nature of the phenomenon. That's what Anna Paulina Luna alluded to upon leaving the skiff, referencing words from David Grush, and it appears that Eric Burleson is backing that up. He's adding his own, religious spin on it, but he is backing up that they talked about the other dimensional aspect of UFOs. That's really interesting that sitting congresspeople are talking about other dimensional beings. Representative Burleson's comments echo statements by fellow GOP Congressman Tim Burchett, who told reporters last year that he believes the first chapter of Ezekiel is pretty clear a UFO sighting. And of course, that's been talked about for a long time. What Ezekiel means. Is that a UFO sighting? Is that an abduction event? Is that, what is that? Was that something more metaphysical, some sort of enlightenment modality or something like that? Who knows? But he's certainly not the first person to have drawn that comparison. Meanwhile, Mike Gallagher, who also serves on the House Oversight Committee with Reps Burleson and Burchett, suggested last June that UFOs might be time-traveling craft piloted by humans from the future. He compared the scenario to the plot of the 1984 film The Terminator. Of course, that was before he attended the skiff. I'd be curious to see how his opinions have changed since then. The Wisconsin Republican also floated his hypothesis that UFOs could actually be from an ancient civilization that's just been hiding here and is suddenly showing itself. So there you go. We have sitting Congress people talking about other dimensional beings and ancient civilizations and time travelers. What a crazy world we live in, guys. I love it. The article goes on. Later on, it talks about David Grush's own comments. In terms of multidimensionality, the UFO whistleblower said, the framework that I am familiar with, for example, is something called the holographic principle. It derives itself from general relativity and quantum mechanics, and that is if you want to imagine a 3D object, such as yourself casting a shadow onto a 2D surface, that is the holographic principle. So you can be projected, quasi-projected, from higher dimensional space to lower dimensional space, Grush explains. It is a scientific trope that you can actually cross literally, as far as I understand, but there's probably guys with PhDs that could probably argue about that. Well, here's a guy with a PhD that is definitely arguing this. Eric Weinstein says, I have no idea, as in zero, what is meant by interdimensional beings, despite a PhD in the relevant subject area. I have been looking at this for 4 years or so, and it is total garbage. Total garbage to my ears. Shots fired by Eric Weinstein. It's such an insult to the intelligence of the world's premier scientific community that we have heard from zero particle theorists, general relativists, relativists, mathematical physics. Okay, my pronunciation is off today. I blame my cold. But yeah, okay, sure, it's my cold. We have heard from zero particle theorist, general relativists. Oh my God. Moving on from that word. Mathematical physicists or differential geometers. It's not that I can't imagine things that fit that phrase. I can imagine many such things because we don't talk like this. Do you mean Kaluza-Klein theories? Vibrations over space-time? Supermanifolds? Riemann immersions? Submersions? Large extra dimensions? It's that it is such garbage level language that it doesn't mean anything. Like someone stepped out of a science fiction double feature rather than a seminar or a classified briefing with actual adults focused on the claimed involuntary surrender of military airspace to unknown superior craft. So Eric Weinstein isn't having it, David Grush. There's no interdimensional beings. It's garbage science. You're talking nonsense. But, of course, if you have studied UFOs in depth, you will have quickly come across the idea of the interdimensional nature of these objects. That comes up all the time. Deep Prasad, Whitley Strieber, just to name a couple of people that are more known to the mainstream, have also talked about the interdimensional aspect of the phenomenon. I've talked about it at some length on the channel, and I'm not going to go into a big rant on it right now. But, for my own experiences and my own research, this definitely goes into an other dimensional aspect. Also, UFOs are just weird, and alien stuff is weird and trippy. Check out this crazy thing. People have been coming up with weird animal videos lately. Like, especially out of the more jungly areas, they are seeing anomalous animals or whatever they are. Check this thing out. Let me know what you think this thing is. Let me know what you think this crazy thing is. What? That's crazy. And I've seen a lot of these lately. I've seen a lot of these crazy animal things that at first glance appear like birds, but then you look at them and they're not birds, and they don't appear to be fake either. I'm not vouching for this particular video, but I think this is probably a legit footage of some anomalous thing. Hey, let me know what you guys think. But back to more nuts and bolts stuff. Jeremy Corbell affirms U.S. government and defense contractors hold multiple undamaged, functional, non-human craft. What? By Christopher Sharp. Investigative journalist and filmmaker Jeremy Corbell has told Liberation Times that the U.S. government and defense contractors possess multiple undamaged and functional non-human craft. Corbell commented, "I can confirm to you with direct knowledge that we have multiple UAP programs currently active. Some were inherited from previous legacy endeavors, each with specialized mandates related to the non-human intelligence aspect of the phenomenon. These are currently under the authority of the Department of Defense, multiple U.S. Joint Allied Intelligence Agencies, and defense contractors, including Lockheed Martin and Northrop Grumman. These organizations have multiple undamaged, functional, non-human craft in their possession and have had these for a long time. They have been exploiting them for derivative technologies, prioritizing U.S. weapons advancement." This is the first time that Corbell has referenced Northrop Grumman in connection to such alleged programs. Liberation Times has contacted the defense contractor on 3 separate occasions regarding its possible knowledge on such programs, but no response was received. In response to these allegations, spokesperson for the DoD and its UAP office, Aero, Susan Goff, repeated the department's previous line. To date, AARO has not discovered any verifiable information to substantiate claims that any programs regarding the possession or reverse engineering of ET materials have existed in the past or exist currently. Shocking. I am shocked. But there you go. Jeremy saying we've got ships. They are undamaged. They are functional ships that these aerospace companies have. That's insane. That's wild. Ross Coulthart said that Lockheed Martin was trying to get rid of one of these things. And then we have the story from John Stewart, who I hope to have on the channel soon, talking about the crazy story about the firefight that broke out between JSOC and Lockheed Martin over one of Lockheed Martin's own downed UFOs. So crazy stuff. Yeah, they've got UFOs. That UFO appeared to have been man-made, more of an ARV situation. But whatever the case, we've got the ships, so pony up, guys. Pony up. But maybe we won't have to wait for the U.S. to give us these ships, because check this out. European Crash Retrieval Initiative. New research initiative aims to recover and investigate crashed UAPs. I love it. I love it. This one's got a lot of ads on it, so I'm going to go over here. This has slightly less ads. This is the UFOhub.org's summation of that article. In Stockholm, Sweden, the civilian UFO research organization UAP Sweden, in collaboration with the diving and salvage company Ocean X Team, known for discovering the Baltic Sea anomaly, has launched the European Crash Retrieval Initiative. This initiative aims to recover and investigate potential crash sites of UAP in Europe. It receives support from an interdisciplinary group of civilian scientists and experts, as well as the Vasco project. The ECRA website explains that the project aims to map and analyze both contemporary and historical UFO crash sites in Europe. The initiative responds to claims by UFO whistleblowers in the USA suggesting that advanced technologies in biological samples of ET origin might be concealed by private military contractors. I'm sensing a theme here, right? The goals of ECRI include creating an independent community-sponsored project to provide the public with answers, identifying credible crash sites through protected information gathering and methods from criminology, science, and psychology, investigating these crash sites and safely collecting all materials, sharing the findings with scientists for further investigation, 5, transparently sharing all discoveries with the public. Love it. Love it. Bring it, Europe. Let's see what you got. Meanwhile, check this out. This might be the best capture ever of a dragon UFO. I've talked a lot about the dragon UAP phenomenon, the research pioneered by Dr. Robert Shipe of California, who is a friend of the channel, and I've had him on for an interview. Go check that out. I've shared a lot of his material where he has captured these tiny UFOs that will buzz airborne objects. And they're super small, they're super fast. Blink and you miss them and they're gone. It really almost requires a high-speed camera to be able to see them. Robert creates these interpolations of videos where you can see them like frame by frame, and you can track their movement. A lot of people think they're bugs or birds, and I can totally understand that. Check it out. They've got wings, right? Bugs or birds. But a lot of them will go behind distant objects, showing that they're not bugs or birds close to the camera, right? It's not an illusion of something going really fast by simply being a bug or a bird close to the camera. They're actually distant objects going super fast. So I'm going to show you a really cool video. Check this out. I believe this is from stock footage, a stock footage company making some stock video. I assume that's what this is. That's what it looks like. I can't read Japanese. This is Japanese. But we are going to see a cool UFO, or maybe. I mean, let me know what you think. Now, there's not buzzing an airborne object, and it doesn't go behind a distant object, and they're smaller than dragon UAPs tend to be. Yeah, so there you go. There's actually a couple, 2 or 3 of them buzzing around, whatever they are. And it's going to slow it down for you. My big head is going to block off one that goes to the top. But that's all right. That's all right. I'm gonna get to the still of one of these objects. And you can kind of see their little wings going, right? You know, is that a fly? Is that something like that? Some sort of bug? Hey, always possible. Always possible. Keep your mind open. But then we have the money shot. Check this out. Okay, it's not yet, but look at this. You have this really cool object. And there you go. This is I realize that my video grabbing technology might be cutting off the top of that. So we will go to a better shot of that. And you can clearly see the wings there, right? So that could be, is that a bug? Is that a bug? Totally possible, guys. Totally possible. I'm not 100% on this footage because they are smaller than usual and they are close to the camera. But you do see some detail on this. This is really interesting. And yeah. Does that look like a bug to you? If it does, cool. Maybe these are bugs. But look at this. This is really interesting. This is the money shot. This is the money shot. Robert thinks that the wings are like plasma jets that come out of this, possibly for some propulsion reason. Maybe. I don't know. To me, plasma jets sound almost like understandable technology, and I'm not sure if these things operate by understandable technology. But so does that look like a bird or a bug to you? And hey, if it does, it does. But this could well be our best capture of a dragon UFO. Plasma jets and all, or whatever those wing-like structures are. So let me know what you think in the comments below about this very interesting UFO that may, or object that may or may not be a dragon UFO. Oh, and here's a cool article from livescience.com. 5 Earth-like worlds may lurk in the outer reaches of the solar system. Simulations suggest the young sun may have captured several Mars or Mercury-sized exoplanets that now orbit in the outer reaches of the solar system, but identifying them will be extremely challenging. Most astronomers agree there are only 4 terrestrial or rocky planets in our solar system, all of which lie close to the sun. But new research suggests that up to 5 more may be lurking at the outer bounds of the solar system. And it goes on, and it's talking about the possibility of and some new research that suggests this might actually be a thing, that there might be smaller, more Mars-sized planets, like in the Oort cloud. So, they're far out there. Could they be habitable? I don't know. But, really intriguing that there could be more planets than we know in our solar system. Last but not least, well, maybe least, I don't know. I don't know what to make of this interesting photo here. A stewardess believes that she has filmed a pink UFO during a flight from Luton to Poland. Denise Tadase, 36, was working on the Wizz Air flight when she spotted a stunning view out of the window. All right, well, check out that crazy object. That is supposedly what she saw, as shared by the Daily Mail. That's her right there. And that is the crazy pink UFO that apparently she saw. Look at that crazy thing. Now, is that an other dimensional craft, sticking with the other theme of this episode? Or is that some sort of crazy nuts and bolts craft that has a cloaking device or something like that around it, and that's why it looks so weird? What is that crazy object? I love it, though. I love it. I love weird, crazy UFOs. So let me know what you think about that and everything else covered today in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, big thumbs up, smash the like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Share it on social media. Become a channel member. See the link below. Buy some merch. Merch is great. We got coffee mugs. We got t-shirts. And there's plenty of other videos on the channel. Look forward to seeing you next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.